game.
What was your general assessment of Sunday? Just sort of how
Not good enough. Too inconsistent and not good enough. So at the end of the day, we have to play better in a couple of situations, particularly. Some good things, remained pretty solid, but as a group, too many inconsistencies.
How could a couple of early plays derail an offensive line?
When you're fighting for confidence, obviously, you know, third play of the game, we don't do the right thing, and it kind of blows up on us.
In the same sense, was it more physical errors or mental errors that you saw?
No, I think it more psychological, just kind of being settled and you know, handling the situation and you know, really just being consistent, because there's a lot of good things out there, but we couldn't keep them together.
Do you stick with the same 5 in the same spots for this week? Or?
I think so. You know, we're just working and competing every day, but there's no sense to panic or anything crazy like that.
Is there any certain plays you have to call on Sunday for them to instill their confidence, or?
No, it's just the ability to go put plays together. So it's like you do it right once, let that play have no bearing on the next one, right? It's the next most important thing, and so whether it's good or bad, don't be on the roller coaster.
Had you seen that?
No, that's why we're all kind of disappointed, because we hadn't really seen that at all in the preseason, and expectations are very high, which they should be for this group.
Has there been a confidence issue at all? You mentioned? Okay.
That's the whole conflict.
What was the good that you saw on Sunday?
Well, I think we played pretty good at right tackle. We were able to do some things there at the end of the first half in terms of some tempo and rhythm and runs, and you know, really by and large, the one bad series at the early part of the second half where we had 2 out of 3 sacks in the same drive. 2-minute wise, all that, pretty good stuff.
What's key to get the run game going?
Doing it. You know, 15's not near enough. You can't win in this league running the ball that many times.
So, how do you, just besides just calling more run plays, what?
Block it better, so there's some positive gain.
That makes sense.
What's the challenge from a lineman standpoint of doing up tempo? And I guess, you know, is there temptation to want to try to do it more when you have success like you did the other day?
I don't know about that. I think it's just the situation of being right before the half. You know, like much like the end of the game within a 2-minute. What is the challenge? Really, it's not that much of a challenge. We have a system in place, and so it's just communicating it and executing it. And again, we did quite well with those things.
Justin was telling us after the game that there's a rhythm to it, that the linemen help the 2-minute. Do you sense that as well?
Yeah, and I think that kind of carries over to everything. We play at a pretty fast tempo as it is, whether we're in 2-minute or not. So I think the ability to do that, you know, when you're moving faster, going faster, you have to be better focused. And I think that's the cause for inconsistency. So we want to play a better tempo, and be much more complete in terms of being from one play to the next, being on rhythm.
What would be, I guess,